Hello everybody, welcome back to another Premier League review video. Now sorry there was no review, it just got caught up and it was a bit too fast to get the turnaround on the video, but we're back now with Crystal Palace and Everton. That is the first game of the game week, which is tomorrow actually, so it's a very stacked game week. There's games coming thick and fast over the festive period, and I'll try and keep you up to date with everything that's going on. Now first, as I said, we'll discuss all the games, so let's get into it. Crystal Palace versus Brighton. Now if you look at their last result, Crystal Palace drew, got a great point against City, and Brighton lost. I think it was 2-0 to Arsenal. So both did get the best result. I think Crystal Palace was probably better because they did really well against Manchester City. I think this Brighton game, they looked to bounce back. I mean, they're at home. It's all about how they can beat their opponent. I mean, two pretty mid-table teams will be coming against each other. I think Palace obviously I think Brighton played really good football. I think Palace played decent football, to be fair to them. I think it'd be an interesting game. I'm going to go 2-1 Brighton. I think Brighton will do enough to get the win. Now, on Friday, there's another game. Aston Villa versus Sheffield United. Now, I think Aston Villa will win this game. Their last result, they won 2-1 against 2-1 against Brentford. I think it was a late goal from them to ultimately get the win. And I think that it's a much needed point for them. They need points on the board. They need everything they can to get that top spot. I mean, I seen a stat a few days ago. If Aston Villa win and Arsenal Liverpool draw, then Aston Villa will go top before Christmas. So yeah, I think Sheffield as well, struggling to find momentum at this point in the season. It's looking like they will be relegated. I think Villa are a top side. Sheffield's game, they lost 2-0 to Chelsea, so yeah, they're going to see what they can do. I'm going to go 3-0 Villa in a game like this. Now, Saturday there's huge games, starting off with West Ham versus Manchester United. Now, West Ham, a team in great form, beat Wolves 3-0 the other day. Great goals from Kudus. I think he's a huge threat for them. It's something Manchester United must be aware of. Obviously, I'll do the preview for the United game closer to the date, but West Ham, they're top side and they are playing some really good football. You would have thought with them losing Declan Rice, it would be pretty hard for them to try and beat us, but they've done really, really well. They've used that money really well to sign great replacements. I think Alvarez, Ward-Prowse are two great midfield players. And the recruitment of Kudus. I think they've got Bowen. They've got some big threats and they will cause us problems. They play a high line, physical as well. Lucas Paqueta is a huge threat and they're really good on the counter-attack, as we've seen in the Fulham game. In the Wolves game. Now, the next game is Fulham-Burnley. Now, a pretty mid game again. West Ham, Manchester United. I'm going to go 2-1 West Ham, actually. I'm not trying to be... It sounds a bit negative as a United fan, but we haven't been great recently, and I think West Ham will probably beat us. Fulham-Burnley, I think that would be a pretty mid game. Burnley just need to score to stay in the league. And same to as Fulham, they're fighting for that Europe position. I think it'd be 2-1 Fulham in a game like this. Luton, Newcastle. Now, Newcastle, after exiting the Carabao Cup yesterday, I think it was, to Chelsea, they look to get bounced back. A few mistakes from Kieran Trippier in the last few games. And Luton are a tough team to play at home. They're really difficult. We've seen it with Arsenal. We've seen it with Manchester City going there in the past few weeks and finding it difficult to get results. So they are a hard team to break down. They do play some good football. I think Newcastle will win. I think it'd be 3-1. I think Newcastle just struggling to find that balance because they're getting players back and they're getting injuries, so they're trying to find their best team still. And I think that's something Eddie Howe is massively struggling with. And obviously Manchester City don't have a game. Nottingham Forest against Bournemouth. Now, Forest obviously just sacked their manager, brought in Nuno Espirito Santo. They need to get a result. It's all about confidence for them. After sacking a manager, they need that manager bounce. And I think it's a great result, a great chance for them to get some points. I mean, Nuno's first game at home to Bournemouth, I think it'd be huge for them. And I think they come away with the win. I think it'd be 2-0 Forest in the game. Now, Tottenham-Everton. Now, Tottenham, obviously, they've got their own injuries as well, and they've got quite a few players out. But I think this game against Everton is a must-win for them. Everton as well, recently doing really well. In all fairness to them, they got some great points in the game. In the last few games, picked up some points. and they're looking to do the same again. Now Spurs are a team in great form, great players, and I think Spurs at home will probably get the win. I think the threats of Son, Kulusevski, Richarlison slowly finding form is a huge benefit for them. And I think they will win the game. I think it'll be 2-1 to Spurs. Now the big one, Liverpool-Arsenal. Now Arsenal need a win. So the Liverpool. I mean, Liverpool got a draw on the weekend. Arsenal got the win. So I think it'll be a fascinating game. I mean, Liverpool haven't lost at Anfield yet this season. They've only had one draw, and that was against United last week. So it's a huge game for them. They need to get the win. I think Arsenal are a team who struggle and kind of find it difficult to play away from home. Yeah, it's close at the top of the table. If you look at the difference between Arsenal and Liverpool, it's 1 point in it. So it's a huge game for them. Liverpool and Villa currently sit on the same point. So it's all about that. This game is genuinely huge for the season. I think Arsenal, if they want to continue to stay top, they must win this game. And Liverpool fighting for the league will look to do the same. I think it will be a tough game. I think the threats of Nunez, Salah are still there, and I think they will cause problems. Bearing in mind Jesus, Saka, Martinelli, huge threats for Arsenal as well. So I think in that game, I think it'd be 1-1 in that game. Now the last game is on Christmas Eve. It's Wolves versus Chelsea. Now I think that'd be not really a fascinating game. I think Chelsea are struggling at the minute to find some form. They've been great, and they are struggling to find some form. But I think Chelsea will win the game. I think it'll be 2-1. Let me know what you guys think. Like, comment, and subscribe. Stay tuned for more videos. Let me know what videos you want to see, and let me know if you agree with me with some of the score predictions. Thank you for watching. Peace.